February, a dark and depressing time of year. The festivities of New Year's and Christmas are long forgotten. There's only one thing that can make this horrible time even more depressing, and that is an equally depressing holiday. Howdy partners, it's your buddy John here, and welcome to my own personal hell. Yes, so it's become a kind of a tradition here on the channel for me to play a terrible romance game every February for Valentine's Day. This year, it looks like we have a real winner. Okay, this is a game called Love at First Sight. I don't know a lot about it. I just saw some clip art from it, and it looks weird. Okay, let's go ahead and just jump into this, get this over with. It's in Japanese. Is this going to be a problem? I think I have it set to English, right? English. Yeah, okay, we're good. Moving on. Well, that's not spooky. Hello? Act 1. Catch my eyes. It's early in the morning. This is the path I always take to get to school. I normally have to hurry, but today I'm taking it easy because I don't care. Why should I? This is as good as it gets. This episode is so depressing for some reason. I had a little extra time to get out of the house, which is kind of unusual. Okay, never mind, that's why. I'm feeling good under the warm morning sunshine and cool morning breeze as I head to school. Hello? Oh, there we go. I'm not in a hurry, but it still doesn't take long to get to school. My house isn't right next to the school, but it isn't that far away either. Even if I don't leave as early as I did today, I never have to run to get to school on time or anything. That's what I'm thinking as I change into my school slippers. School slippers? Is that a thing? Right, moving on. I absent-mindedly climbed the stairs, heading to my classroom on the second floor, class 2-2. I put my hand on the door to open it, and then... What was that? I heard fire or something. Oh, Ma-kun, good morning. You're here earlier than usual. How unlike you. I'm sorry. Am I going to have to do voices for everybody? I just gave her a voice, so I guess I have to. I tried doing that last year with roommates, and that didn't work out too well. Her loud, ear-splitting... Oh, wow. Voice shakes me out of my morning days. You're a terrible person. Speaking of roommates, I think I prefer Matt to this guy. Was that his name? Matt? Something like that? Good morning, Akime. Akimi? I don't know. I see you're getting a head start of being loud and obnoxious today. You are a jerk. Okay. There's nothing wrong with being energetic. This overly spirited person is Tsunimi. Okay. Moving on, that name. She's always like this, the kind of person who's always going full throttle from the moment she wakes up until the moment she falls asleep. You're not energetic, you're out of control, but I guess that's what I should be expecting by now. Morning, Tomo, you know her better than I do, right? Does she have a volume knob? Does she have a knob? Okay, oh great, another voice. Morning, I've known Akime for a long time, and I can say for sure that no, she doesn't. Is that a turbo voice for him? I don't care. This is Ochie Tomoyori? He's a zombie in contrast to Akimi's liveliness. I'm probably butchering these names. Probably. But like Akime... Akimi? I don't know. His energy level is constant. He's lifeless all day, every day. Yeah, I've only known her for a little while, but I'm starting to realize that. When did he turn into an old man? You'll get used to it. Ma-kun, lately you've started treating me as bad as Tomo-kun. This is probably really annoying. Should I stop? Is this really how you should be treating someone you've only known for 2 months? I think their voices are changing over time, aren't they? Considering how annoying you are, do you really expect me to treat you any differently? I really don't like this guy. I feel I should put that out there. Yeah, I've only known these two for about 2 months, though I've gotten pretty close to them in that time. That name there. 2 months ago, I had to switch high schools because of my parents' work. Fall's almost over. I transferred in the middle of the season, and because of that, I was a bit of an oddity among the other students. I was really nervous at first, but luckily these two came along, and we became friends.
That's me, Tomo-kun, say something.
Well, it seems like you two are getting close. He doesn't care. Yeah, thanks to you, yeah.
Hey, don't ignore me.
Okay. This is probably unbearable to watch. Go ahead and hit the, down thumb button, if it is. I can say for sure that Tomo is the real reason I'm comfortable here now. He doesn't take care of his appearance, and he's not the warmest person you'll ever meet, but he's pretty smart and ultimately a good guy. I learned how dependable he is pretty quickly.
Okay, ignore me is now forbidden, you hear me?
We might be ignoring her, but I guess I owe Akime as well. The fact that she's so annoyingly loud is her only real flaw. I don't know anyone more inspiring than her. Lately, Akime's... Okay, one of these days I'll figure out how to say it. Been trying to get me to hang out with her and Tomo all the time. The two seem to balance each other out, though it's not a perfect balance by any means. From what I hear, they've been friends since they were kids. Though Tomo once told me she basically just been following me around this whole time. Right. The bell rings, it's already time for homeroom. What's first period today? You mean it changes? Math. Our homework is due today. You did do it right. No, I didn't. Oh, apparently I did. Yesterday I finished with time to spare for a change. I was actually able to go to bed early because of that.
I said ignore me is now forbidden. Hey!
Well, I have to keep clicking, don't I? Now, I don't know if there's any choices that come in this game. On Roommates, there was a lot of choices, and they played a big role on how the story went, but I haven't seen anything so far to make me think there's any in this one. The morning lessons end, and lunchtime begins.
Lunchtime, time to eat.
Okay. Her voice is starting to hurt my throat, even though I'm not really changing it that much. I'm just making myself more loud and annoying than usual. Didn't know that was possible. We move from our classroom to one farther down the hall. We're the only ones in here, and Akime's loud, thundering voice echoes in the empty classroom. Don't know why I added loud there. The three of us have been coming to this empty classroom for lunch since I transferred to this school.
On the menu for today is Salisbury steak. Awesome!
What are you, a kid? Come on, can you at least lower the volume during lunch? Oh, wait. Okay, I'm getting these guys mixed up. Okay, I think this is me. Tomo is this guy. Tomo, help me out here. After a moment, Tomo replies, "What do you want me to do?" Then he sighs and snatches Akime's chopsticks from her.
Hey!
Then as Akime opens her mouth to protest, Tomo stuffs... Aww. It's a Kodak moment. She seems to have forgotten anything she wanted to say when the food entered her mouth, and she quietly chews it. Her mood improves a moment later, and her expression dissolves into bliss as she chews. She really is an airhead. This guy's a real jerk. You know, I really don't like him. I'm not her keeper, you know. Could have fooled me. Who else could hold back that freight... Okay, there's some things you don't say to a woman, and that is one of them. You think I can hold back a freight train? I never said that. Okay, maybe not.
Exactly.
Akime cries, spewing food everywhere. Then realizing what she just did, she hastily closes her mouth and swallows.
I'm the #1 most cheerfulest girl in town.
And with that, she goes back to eating her lunch. I guess she can't stay quiet for long, no matter what she's doing. The most cheerfulest girl in town. I don't think you have any competition for that title. No kidding, she's one of our school's celebrities. Right, well, these guys have apparently a very boring life if that's considered a celebrity. I don't know why their faces are bothering me so much. They don't have noses. Is this bothering anyone else? Okay, just figured I'd bring that out. Tomo starts on his own lunch. Seriously, one of you... Wait, one of? You mean there's more? Yeah, our high school has a lot of unusual students. There's a lot of rumors floating around concerning our school, it seems. Wow, what other kinds of celebrities are there? You don't know about any of them? Well, first there's... Tomo takes a quick glance at Akime, but she seems to be lost in her own food-induced paradise. She's not even listening to us anymore. Well, girls never listen to me anyway, so it's okay. Well, there's a lot of them. If you really want to know, I'll tell you later. Why can't you just tell me now and get this over with? He doesn't want to talk about this in front of Akime. I guess it's a touchy subject, but I'll make it a point to ask about it later.
All done.
Okay. You eat way too fast. I barely touched any of my own food while we were chatting. I should have started on my lunch while she had her mouth closed. I'm not going to get another chance now.
Hey, what were you two talking about?
Okay, well, she wasn't paying attention. I was recounting the epic saga of how you won your fame. He seemed to be really interested in it, so I wanted him to hear it from the source.
Wait, what?
Oh, wait. Oh, that's... Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to get these guys sorted out. Who's who? I'll get it eventually. Wait, what?
Really? Sure thing, Makun.
Oh, no. Wait a second.
Do you want to hear about when I saved the town for the first time with my fantastic powers? I haven't met Tomo-kun yet, and...
No, I really don't want to hear about that. Come on, Tomo. A minute ago, you told me... Oh, wait. You told me to take care of her, and now I'm telling you to do it. I haven't even touched my food yet, so you be her friend for a bit. And without a second glance, he starts eating his... Well, I haven't eaten either. Okay, fine.
Ma-kun, are you listening? So anyway, my mom and gone out shopping and...
No, you aren't the one who needs to listen. Man, how did I get roped into this? And so, for the rest of lunchtime, I got stuck listening to her story while I finished my lunch and gave her an occasional nod. School ends. The nightmare continues.
Where's Tomo-kun?
I don't know. I don't keep track of any of you guys. You're kind of weird. Kime calls out to me as I'm packing up my stuff. She rushed out of the classroom right when the class ended, and it seems she came back just as quickly. He said he had some things to take care of back at his place and left a little early. What's up?
Oh, really? Well, can you take this to the third-year classrooms for me? I promised to return this before the end of the day, but I've got a club meeting and I gotta go to, so...
Okay. She hands me a small paper bag. It feels like it's got a book or something inside it. I sigh. Fine, I'll do it.
Thanks a bunch. Give it to a student in class 3-2 named Yai Katashi. I'm counting on you.
Okay. Should I stop these voices? I don't know. No sooner does she say that than she disappears once again. She just can't sit still, can she? I suppose I'd better get going too. No telling how long this Yai person is going to be there for. I finish packing up and head to the classrooms on the third floor. Right. I arrive at the third-year classrooms with Akime's package and look for the person I'm supposed to deliver to, but some of the other students tell me she stepped out for a bit. They say she'll be back soon and that I can just wait here for her, but 10 minutes pass and she's still nowhere to be found. Maybe I should have one of the other people here give it to her and just go home? No, you can't trust it'll get to whoever it's supposed to go if you do that. Whatever. School's over and most of the students have been at their club activities for a while now. While I'm waiting in the third-year classroom, the other students file out and the school grounds slowly become devoid of life. The noise of daytime activity has all but disappeared. I feel like I'm in detention. I want to go home already. Giving up, I leave the classroom and turn towards the stairwell. My classroom is on the second floor, so I usually don't spend any time up here. The layout of the two floors are pretty much identical, but somehow I feel like this is some alternate dimension. Or like everything's on the other side of the... I don't know. Now what? I don't know. Well, moving on. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just as I'm about to descend the stairs, I start to hear what I think are sobs coming from nearby. I figured I was alone and had relaxed because of that, but the sudden sobbing catches me off guard and I freeze. I hold my breath and strain my ears. It's not my imagination. Someone nearby is crying softly. Probably trapped playing this game too, huh? Hearing someone crying in an empty school building sounds like the beginning of a horror story. What am I saying? This isn't a horror story. School might be over, but the sun hasn't even gone down yet. Finding someone else in this building isn't that strange. Well, I say that, but the situation isn't exactly normal either. The sobbing continues. It sounds like it's coming from the next floor up. It's quiet, but it reverberates off the narrow stairwell walls. It's definitely coming from the floor above me, though I didn't realize it until now. But this building only has 3 floors. The only thing above me is the roof, right? School is over. The door to the roof should be locked by now, but I can still hear the crying, so there's no way it could be coming from there. But if the door is locked, that means the way up is just a dead end. I can't just walk up there to check and claim I happen to walk by. Well, go check. Somebody might be in trouble. But before I can think it through, my curiosity has me turning around and heading back up the stairs. I climb step by step up the stairs as quietly as I can, though I can't help but make a little noise. As I get closer to the source of the sobbing, I begin to hear it more clearly. There's just one voice, and judging by the sound of it, it's a girl's. Oh, well. It feels like I'm climbing up 10 stories, but it only takes a few seconds, and suddenly I'm almost on the landing. I take the last step and turn towards the source of the crying. In front of me is a girl wearing our school's uniform. She's lying against the door to the roof, sobbing. Oh, excuse me. My throat is starting. I had to grab a cough drop, so I want to apologize about if you hear any clicking, Yeah. The girl hears me walking towards her and starts shivering as she turns her head towards me. Nothing up to this point has been too out of the ordinary, at least until I saw her face. Oh, well, it's that girl from the Steam page. Huh? The girl stares at me with her single eye, her face sopping wet from crying. And I don't mean that she's missing an eye. She literally had one giant eye in the middle of her face. Oh, I get the name of the game now. Yeah, love at first sight. You should be ashamed of yourself. Suddenly she registers that I'm standing in front of her, and she jumps, drawing her limbs into her body. Bit of light reflects off the... Wait, what? Bit of light reflects off the unwiped tears near her wide-open eye. I can tell by the way she's looking at me that she's terrified. Right, okay. She's not the only one, though. Without really understanding what I'm looking at, I stare at her unmoving, and she does the same. Well, don't stare, dude. She's wearing the school's uniform, but is she really a student here? ... No matter how many times I blink, a second eye doesn't suddenly grow on her face, and I finally realize what I'm seeing is reality. Faced with this girl who looks like she belongs in a fairy tale, I begin to panic. Strangely, though, I'm able to keep my fright from showing. The situation is so unreal, I guess my brain just refuses to fully acknowledge it. I heard crying and came to see what was going on. Are you alright? The longer the silence drags on, the harder it becomes to break it. I try to come up with anything to say to force myself out of this stupor, but my mind is completely blank. At this point, anything is better than silence. Oh, well, now I need to come up with a voice for her. It seems her mind is just as blank as mine. I work my mouth soundlessly a few times before finally spewing out the first thing that comes to my mind. Please don't say anything about her eye. Do you need something to wipe your face? Okay, well, that was better. Is that an eyebrow? What is it doing over the bandage? I don't know. I'm just looking too much into this. Her uniform is black, so I can tell if it's wet from her crying into it. She doesn't have a handkerchief or anything, though I produce my own handkerchief from my pocket and move to offer it to her. I approach the girls sitting approach the girl sitting at the top of the stairs to give her the handkerchief, and once again she starts shivering in fear. She's looking at me like I'm some kind of monster. Am I really that scary? Dude, seriously. Girl suffers from like some kind of horrible, life-changing disfiguration, and you call her... Are we sure you're not the monster here? ... Okay. Thank you? I hold the handkerchief out stiffly for a few seconds, then cautiously, oh so cautiously, she takes the handkerchief and wipes her face. Those are the first words she's spoken so far, but her trembling voice is so quiet that I almost don't hear. I only transferred to this school about 2 months ago. I don't think I've seen you around. This is definitely the first time we've met, of course. I'm sure that if I had seen her before, her face would have been burned into my mind. There's no way I can forget what I'm seeing now. ... Suspense is killing me. Should I ask her to give my handkerchief back? It's obvious from the way she's looking at me that she's still confused and afraid. We're not going to get anywhere at this rate. You must be in different classes since I haven't seen you around before. What grade are you? What grade and class are you in? I'm in class 2-2. Class 1-2. She actually gave me a proper response this time. Oh, that was her. Oh, oops. She really is a student here. I guess not a monster's... Suddenly it hits me that I have been sharing the same school and the same world with this person all the time. We say that like you're surprised. Well, 1 year lower then. Yeah? The conversation grinds to a halt again, and I can't think of anything else to say. Actually, that's not true. I have a mountain of things I want to ask her. But all of it has to do with her appearance, and I'm hesitant to bring that up. Oh, good. Look, he actually has some sign of decorum here. Time passes as I hurriedly try to think of something to say to fill the silence. What can I say? My mind is totally blank. Every heartbeat seems louder than the last, and the panic I thought had subsided wells up inside my mind again. I don't think I can keep this up. Right, I have to get going. Ah! The girl looks like she wants to say more, but without another word, I turn and flee towards the stairs. I head to the shoe rack, change my shoes, and start rushing home. Well, partners, I think I'm going to call this here. This has been awful. I think my voices didn't help. Right. Well, I'm going to call this the episode, partners. Thanks for watching. If for some bizarre, strange reason you enjoyed this episode, feel free to click like. It really helps me out. And I will see you, partners, next time. Bye. With the Castilians. So that's good. Definitely reduces the chance they'll go to war with us. Invest in new technology. Let's grab that. Ooh, wait, can I build... I would like to build a shipyard. Okay, I think I might grab that here in Irish.